Oxymorons through the door. A group for loners, they all showed up. They were seeking something more. Kaleidoscope, unicorn. I just had a really beautiful session called Strategy Session Peace and Power Coaching. And I will say more about it in another video. But I just cried and I had a 90-minute session with this wonderful lady. And I'm going to get her information. I'm going to ask her what she wants me to say in terms of sharing her coaching. So I'm not going to say her name in this video because I don't know what I'm supposed to say, and I want to make sure that I understand clearly how I'm supposed to share about her coaching. So I won't say that, but I'll just say oxymorons through the door. A group for loners, they all showed up. They were seeking something more. Kaleidoscope, unicorn. That's part of a poem that I wrote that we turned into a song called Kaleidoscope Unicorn. You can look that up. Goddess Kring. It's a song by Goddess Kring, Shannon Kringen, and Dave Flowers, Superflower from Interactive Jack Records. But I'm not here to promote that. I'm just here to say I had a coaching session and it was all about self empowerment and healing and growing as a person and getting in touch with what I want and my defense mechanisms. I don't really relax. I feel really like a fist that's tightened up and I'm tight, and I give myself permission to forgive myself, and I'm going to try not to mention family of origin things because all of us have a family of origin. All of us were, you know, our family gave birth to us. Obviously, the sperm and the egg created us of our mother and our father. And I'm trying to step into my own power and know that that's not narcissism. That's me being my own best friend and being the best version of Shannon Nicole Kringen that I can be, appreciating that everyone else is a totally unique individual, and really being in touch with my senses and my love for nature, my love for me being part of nature as a Homo sapien human on the planet, just really appreciating going to San Diego recently, where I was born and grew up, and the smell of the eucalyptus trees is so powerful to me. It smells so good, eucalyptus trees. And that's where I grew up and that's where I was born. And I lived there for 9 years at the beginning of my life. And that will always be a special place to me. And I think about moving back to San Diego. I call it Shan Diego. I made a collage that I'm going to hang at an art gallery. But this isn't about me promoting myself as an artist. This is just about me saying that I make music and poetry. Yes, okay, but I'm not here to promote that. I'm just here to say that that is part of my soul expression. And San Diego will always be a special place to me. And my childhood is no longer there, but I still love San Diego, the land, the actual land. I don't know. Actually, I know a few people that live there, but I don't have family or close friends there. I just know some people, creative people that I would like to get to know better, but I don't know them. John Halcyon Stin, the Hug Nation, what are you grateful for person? He's a wonderful person that I know that lives in San Diego, and I might like to visit him sometime. Him and his wonderful lady, Lisa. But I've never met Lisa, but I have met John Halcyon Stin, Hug Nation guy, and he's a beautiful human being, and Grandpa Caleb and all of that. But that's a San Diego connection that I have. But San Diego, the land, the sea lions, La Jolla Cove, Torrey Pines, Cuyamaca, all the amazing Black's Beach, the clothing optional beach in San Diego, the San Diego Zoo, and the aquarium and the tide pools and the ice plant and the bottle brush flowers and the beautiful flowers. It makes me cry thinking about it. The San Diego, the ocean, the La Jolla Cove, the ice plant, the and the hummingbirds and the bird of paradise and the what is it called? Honeysuckle and eucalyptus and what is the name of that plant? Hibiscus. I think it's called hibiscus. All of the plants that bloom in San Diego and just this certain feeling I get when I don't know why I even cry. I think because my childhood, we left there when I was 9 abruptly, and it wasn't my idea. It was the adults' ideas around me. But um, I still love that land and the air, just the smell of the air in San Diego and El Indio, the Mexican restaurant El Indio, and they make their own tortillas and the mariachi bands and the Salazars and Alfonsos and the Chart House and um, La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club and the bushes and the shrubs. I don't know what you call all the plants. Here, my fist. I'm gonna relax, let go. Relax, let go, feel the melancholy glow. No. Diego, San Diego, eucalyptus sent me back. Eucalyptus sent the wind. Diego, Shan Diego. I'm Shannon from Tecolote Canyon, and I be planning shenanigans, imaginings, amplify chameleon, getting her dreams on. Body paint dance, TV romance, authentic eruption of my soul, molten orange, liquid glow. Anger takes its toll, blowing status quo. That's poetry that I've written that we turned into songs. But I love San Diego, and I always will. And I kind of left my heart in San Diego. Maybe I know they say I left my heart in San Francisco is the famous song, but I say I left my heart in San Diego because I was born there at Sharp Hospital. Um, so I just really Bates Nut Farm. We used to go there and but I still love it down there. I've been down there 3 or 4 times since I moved in when I was 9. I still love San Diego. So, and I always will. So I just wanted to make this video after the 90-minute coaching session I had with this beautiful lady. And I will tell you who she is when she tells me what she wants, if she wants me to share her name here or not. I don't know. But that was a beautiful experience. And I feel like I've got some tools now to work on my personal empowerment, to take better care of myself, to love myself and trust myself and be my own best friend, and to empower myself to do what I want with my life and express my creativity and my freedom and my love for nature and my individuality. And when I meet other people, I appreciate their individuality, and I really do. And they're oxymorons through the door, a group for loners, and they all showed up is a poem that I wrote about. That's just a phrase that popped into my head, and I wrote it down, and I wrote a song about it and a poem about it. And it's kind of like, it sounds ridiculous. That's why I say oxymorons through the door, a group for loners, and they all showed up because, groups are for people who like groups, and loners don't like groups. Loners would rather just be off by themselves. But the thing is, the kind of groups I like are when everyone's individuality is appreciated. So, I mean, literally, we are all unique individuals, and we all want to belong. I mean, humans are hardwired to belong and connect. But when you're on the neurodivergent spectrum like I am, it's hard to feel. And also, I'm just a creative artist, and so I feel like artists relate more, maybe, than people who are not artists, because when you're an artist, I mean, I guess if you're a realistic artist doing traditional painting, maybe you are just trying to do a tradition. But the thing is, even realistic painters have their own style. You know, when they paint with a paintbrush, even if they're trying to paint a super realistic painting, they still kind of have their own mood that they put into the painting and their own way of using the paint. So, artists, I think, though, are creative people in general are maybe very much in touch with individuality more than people who are not artistic. Um, and I don't mean that as a judgment that artists are better than other people. I just mean that as artists are maybe tuned in to individuality, literally musicians and visual artists are using their, and actors, also actors, performers, they're using their own body and literal voice. We all have unique fingerprints and unique vocal cords and voices. So, just a celebration of individuality, and yet feeling it's like a paradox though, because if you focus on your individuality to the point where you think everyone is totally different than you, then maybe that could alienate you. But if you embrace your individuality in a way that you acknowledge everyone else's individuality, so that's what I mean. A group for loners and they all showed up, like a group for people who don't generally like groups because they don't want to just conform and march to the meat grinder, like in that movie Pink Floyd The Wall. They want to appreciate that everyone is different. Everyone, like we're all in this together on this planet Earth, but we're all different. We really are all different, and yet we somehow we get along with each other, so we can build bridges with each other. While we acknowledge that nobody quite knows, like that Tom Petty song, You Don't Know How It Feels to Be Me, it's kind of like nobody really does know what it's like to be another person, do we? Do I know what it's like to be you? No. Do you know what it's like to be me? Not quite. No. So we're all in this together and yet we're all individuals. I guess that's part of my life's path is to acknowledge that and make peace with that and try to figure out how do I love and trust myself and how do I love and learn to trust other people more because I generally don't trust other people, but I work with other people and I feel very comfortable working with other people. But in my personal life, I'm not really happy with people that I'm trying to be close to because I'm so unhappy with myself. So I need to learn to love and forgive myself. So I just had this beautiful conversation for 90 minutes with this wonderful lady who is a coach and a very intuitive, intelligent person that I feel a kinship with. And she said she felt a kinship with me. So that is a very healing thing. And I'm thinking about eucalyptus, the smell of eucalyptus. You know, eucalyptus sent the wind, eucalyptus sent me back. San Diego. Shan Diego. So my name Shannon and combined with San Diego where I was from. So Shan Diego, San Diego. Synchronicity, which takes my last name Kringen and turns it into synchronicity, because I love Jungian psychology and all of that synchronicity type stuff. So I love all that. So thank you for listening. This is me in Seattle. It is October 24th. Guess what? My birthday is tomorrow, October 25th, 2025. I will be 57 years old. And happy birthday also to Pablo Picasso, the painter, October 25th. He was born in 1880s or something. Was Picasso born in 18 something, 1880s or something? I don't remember when he was born, but happy birthday to Picasso tomorrow and happy birthday to me, Shannon Nicole Kringen, tomorrow, October 25th. My mom and I had a really nice Mexican lunch yesterday. I took her out for my birthday and her birthday, and we talked about San Diego and Mexican food, and I'll share more later. But this is about empowering, healing, and growing. Healing reveals the dream. Self abandonment got me stranded again, polluted and uprooted, meaning don't abandon yourself. Be your own best friend. My advice to myself, and you should do whatever you think is best for you. But for me, being my own best friend, and thinking of myself as a sister to myself and asking myself questions about what I want and what I don't want and giving myself permission to trust my higher self and follow my own heart and soul. And just wanted to share. Okay, bye for now. Have a good day, everyone. Bye for now. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you want. And if not, that's okay too. I'm just here to share my authentic self, authentic eruption of my soul, molten orange liquid glow. Anger takes its toll, blowing status quo. That's another phrase that popped into my head that I wrote down. That's some of my poems. And I have a collage called Shan Diego. It's a canvas print that I made of I think it's 9 photographs I took in San Diego in a swimming pool with my waterproof camera, and I call it Shan Diego. It's a way of acknowledging how much I love San Diego and letting my childhood go, and yet still loving San Diego in the year 2025. I still love it down there. It's a beautiful place. It's 1,255 miles south of Seattle, where I live now. And San Diego is just a very beautiful, the climate is very unique. It's a microclimate. It's very kind of tropical like Hawaii, because I've been to Hawaii, but it's not as humid as Hawaii, but it's not as dry as I thought. It's kind of got this sort of moisture in the air, and it's got this kind of coastal, moist breeze, and there's some fog sometimes. And the eucalyptus trees, it's just like eucalyptus sent the wind, eucalyptus sent me back. Diego, San Diego, Diego, Shan Diego. I'll leave it at that. Bye for now.